about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist. Am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That was great sounds of Watts with Outside on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. Myself, Preston, with my partner in crime, Long Island raised, Elm City made, Mr. E.Z. BlueZ. Easy, you are always better with introductions more than me. Who do we have with us today on the program?
Headlines, headlines, headlines. If you've never felt this way, understand that my favorite could be something where you could say freak it. And that alone is one of the most incredible things out there. I want you to put your hands together. Not if you're driving, please keep your hands at 10 and 2 because we don't need any accents. But I want you to put your hands together mentally for the fantastic, the amazing, the stupendous, the incredible Melly the G in the house. Welcome.
Yes, sir. For me, you already know it's your boy Melly the G. Be outside for this interview, man. Thank you for having me.
Melly, how you been?
I've been good. The holidays. It's been a little turn. You know what I'm saying? I actually had to do the cooking for Thanksgiving this year. That was different.
Nice.
I was doing. Everything been good. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything been going how I wanted it to go, and that's like the good thing.
What was your signature dish?
I made the mac and cheese, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because like I ain't gonna lie, that's really the only thing I probably could make that's like Thanksgiving table worthy. I would say, like you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna like give nobody just nothing. Like I gotta give my best. I feel like that was one of my best dishes.
Right.
Nice.
That's fair. That's fair. And
Yeah.
we gotta give a special shout out to the people bringing plates, napkins, and spoons because they are definitely appreciated to every function. And for those of you who are just meeting you for the first time, how would you describe yourself, and also how would you describe your sound?
I just describe myself as like just a very chill guy, like you know what I'm saying, the type of guy that he can hang out with anybody, no matter who they are. I don't like discriminate anybody. Like no matter even if you don't have no cheese or you don't have nothing going for yourself, like I'm the type of guy like yo bro, like come on, like let's get up together, let's do things. Like I'm not the type of guy where it's just like I'm a motivator, I'm a self-motivator. So it's like being a self-motivator is just like you kind of motivate other people by example and like just just telling them how to do things when they slipping, things like that. With my music, I feel like I feel like I have a very unique sound. Like a lot of people try to compare me to like Cash Cobain. Like I began a couple artists like people be comparing me to, but like I just try to like be the best version of myself and whatever that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just put it out.
Easy, go ahead. I see the light bulb above.
I know, of course. Come on now. I've got so many things I need to say. But no, that's one of the key points of being an artist. And if you want to be an artist with longevity, you have to not worry about being the next so-and-so and worry about being the first you, figuring out exactly what it is, figuring out your point of view, your statement, and all those type of things. This is an incredible opportunity that we have as interviewers to have somebody who is in these infant stages of being the artist and really putting it out there. We want to give that exactly information to the audience because there is that kid that's thinking about becoming a rapper or becoming a business owner themselves sitting on that couch. So what was it like? What is a typical day like for you in the studio aspect, in the recording aspect, and in the writing aspect?
So, well, me personally, I write songs every day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like writing, it's like practice. Like you gotta put in them reps, you gotta put in that repetition to like elevate yourself and elevate your sound. And I actually have select days where I don't go to the studio every day only because like I have a lot of other things that I have to do in life.
Plus, you can't afford it. Like, let's be real.
I mean, well, I'm blessed to have good connections to certain people that they don't like wax my head when it comes to like money per hour. So like people, I connect myself with people. Well, I try to connect myself with people that really just want to work with me for me, not because of the money. Know me wrong, I still pay, but like what I'm saying, like it's a common goal in mind. You know what I'm saying, and that's like I actually have select days with those people out the week, and I'll go to the studio. So I have select days out the week that I go. So every week I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's gonna be 2 times, whether if it's gonna be 3 times. But you know, I just try to make sure that I'm consistent because I had a point where I was a little inconsistent, and I felt like it affected my sound, the growth of my sound. So when I realized that, I was like, yeah, let me just start locking in more days. And honestly, if it was up to me, I'll go every day. But life just doesn't work like that.
No, that's understandable, and we say on the show all the time, the path to perfection, the path to being an artist starts with one first step of 10,000, and you're in your 10,000 hours right now, creating your art and really figuring out who you are as an artist. As you do that, and you start to see your style and your sound evolve, you know, what do you want to hold on to though? What do you not want to let go of as a young artist?
I feel like, you know, as for me, because I feel like I have strengths. I feel like I wouldn't want to let go of my flow. I feel like the flow is so important, especially because a lot of people like they listen to songs not just because of the person, but because of the beat selections too. Like, and then just like there's a lot of artists nowadays that they don't really be saying anything, but the flow is valid, the beat is valid. So it's like, yo, it's just a vibe, like, and that's kind of what I try to like really create is like music that creates a vibe. Like we can vibe to this song, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I'll probably say the flows I wouldn't want to let go.
So let's get super personal. And who is an artist that influences you that you don't really talk about? Like, are you a huge Lady Gaga fan? Do you have Chapel Roan on your playlist to hype yourself up? Are you like HOTTOGO?
You know, I can't lie. I did have some of the artists that you mentioned, not in my playlist, but you know, when I was young at the time, they was and some of them was popping. Like, you know, of course, like who wasn't when it was hot? Who wasn't like listening to Lady Gaga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna add it to my playlist because it's like one of those songs where like, I already heard it enough. I like so it's just like I don't need to add it to my playlist. I already know the words without even adding it to a playlist. Like that's like the type of artist you deem like, you know what I'm saying? You just get the music off for like other people playing it.
Right.
As far as my sound, like I feel like not nothing too out of the ordinary. Like I feel like there's a lot of like low key artists that I really been listening to that I didn't even realize myself that really like Speaker Knockers. He died like not too long ago. But like Kurt Cobain, you feel me? Like people like that I grew up of listening to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like those artists like that, even though I didn't know at the time, I got my singing from like those type of people because like I didn't really never try to like go to a chorus and like sing and nothing. So it's like when I heard them sound, like that was my version of singing. And then like it just kind of like made it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. That's absolutely awesome. What's been your favorite part of the journey so far?
My favorite part of the journey is just like the process. Like, you know, I really when I got into the game, like I really didn't. I think I low key like under anticipated like how much work I really would have to put in, to be honest. Especially like when you don't have a formidable team around you yet. You know, you're still new. So it's just like you're still trying to figure out like the things to do, the right things, and what things not to do. So it's just like I'm loving the process because I know each step I go, like I grow. And that's the most important thing to me. How can I be the best version of myself? Because I feel like if I'm the best version of myself, that's when people will really tune in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a process. Like we answer your question.
Man, I see a T-shirt in that right there. I see you know, like a footprint with like a
You talk about this one right here?
No. I'm talking about I see a T-shirt design in saying that. In saying the more I walk, the more I grow. Where there'd be like a footprint and like some vegetation coming out of the footprint.
Yo, that would be a fire idea.
There you go. You could take that. You could take that. That's yours.
That would be fire.
That's yours.
If it blows up, if it ends up going viral, you know, cut you off a little sign. Don't worry about
Okay, that's fine. I'm saying it's yours. 100% yours.
How big of an inspiration was your mother to you?
My mom, she was a big inspiration to me, just because like that's really like the one person I can really like lock in with. I mean, like it's my mom, and you know, you growing up with like it really just me and my mom. It was really like the person you had to fall back on. Like it fake was no other option. But like going with that though, like you know, she definitely like she was into the music. She did music when she was younger, and like her doing music, like her singing, she was trying to be a gospel singer. She was trying to be a huge singer. I mean, she ended up not that she couldn't do it, it's just like other things happened. But like so me seeing her like go through that, like it made me realize it was possible. Like it was possible, like it could be done. Especially like when I was looking at like my mom and like the ages she was doing it at. Like I'm just like, you feel me? She's trying to go against the odds. And I feel like all that, like it kind of just taught me she taught me a lot. That's why like I value her so much, because like all that knowledge, like I don't know where I would have got that from.
And she's in the studio with you sometimes, right?
Well, and lately, you know, I've faked this kind of been on my dolly. I just kind of just been on my dolly, but the first couple, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, as an artist, you know, you want to be comfortable. Like you want to be not that my mom don't make me comfortable, but it's just like I don't want nobody around. Like I just want me and the engineer. Like I don't even really want my friends around for real, because like I don't like getting distracted. But she did come like the first couple times that I was going to the studio. She did pull up and she supported. And not only that, she actually paid for my first studio session.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that we love to hear, and how the story that is such a beautiful story. You know, as you're moving forward and different stuff like that, are we going to see like your "I'm Sorry, Mama" or you know, or what was Tupac's song? What was Tupac's song? Thank You, Mama.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, Mama.
I definitely can. I ain't really think about it.
Hold on, easy. You said I'm sorry, Mama. Isn't that Eminem clean up? Isn't that the other way around?
Clean out his closet.
But that's not a pro mom song.
Whatever, it's still talking about the mom.
No, that is not a pro mom song.
It is crazy.
It's still talking about the mom. It's still getting a highlight on the story about her mother. Good mother.
Nah, but you know, I knew what you meant though. Like,
I knew what you meant.
I knew what you meant though. So it's like, you know, I knew what you meant. So I went with what I thought you meant.
Yeah, I got you.
I definitely not know something like that.
Right.
Definitely not. My mom killed me.
Well, no, like our very good friend Chesky. Pardon me. Breathing went down the wrong pipe. Sorry about that. But our very good friend Chesky has a song called "Say Something," and he actually wrote that when he was going to get locked up for his mom, type of aspect of it. And it's I love when there are extra stories inside a song. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, and definitely, and that's what I aim for any song I make. Like I feel like every song I make, it's a story. But I just like, you know, the time will probably come. It's just like, you know, I'm so new to the game. I'm just, you know, just starting writing things. So it's just like, you know, like, who knows? Like, there's always something to talk about. And eventually it might have to come to that line that, you know, I feel like I got to make a song by my mind. Like,
yeah,
that'll be down the line. Like, probably like, I wouldn't see that coming. Like, no time.
You could also do it like Nas did with his dad, and then have your mom actually come in and sing the hook. Oh, what?
That would be fire.
What? Oh, dude, so much money in that hook right there.
That would be fire. That definitely would be so fire. Like I definitely just feel like before I do that though, like I do something like that, I definitely just want to like elevate more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like
you want that moment to be perfect. Yeah, you want that moment to be perfect.
Yeah.
You want it to be your moment that sprinkles a little bit of moment on your mom, but it's still your moment. I got you.
Yeah, that would be so. Nah, but the idea that would be so dope. I ain't gonna lie to even think about that either. Like, that'd be dope.
So young into your musical journey, what have been the best mistakes that you have learned from?
My best mistakes that I learned from, I say, like, I was like just the overpaying, like
Mm,
just
Yeah.
the overpaying. That's like the number one because that's where it hurts the most. When it hit them pockets, like
mm,
that's when it hurt the most. Like I like my recent adjustments I made within the last couple months, honestly, like made such a big financial difference.
mm.
And like I just been realizing like yo, low key is just like because I know like when you the boss, you got to pay the price.
Right.
Hmm.
But it's just like just because the price is something don't mean you getting the value for that price. You feel me?
Right.
Mm,
So just like when you feel like you're not getting the value for that price, you have to look for other options. And that's what I was just on the journey of doing. And
Hmm.
like I said, I was blessed to find some connections to some people that are really like helping me save a lot of money, honestly. So I feel like my upcoming months, I'm gonna be dropping a lot of more music,
that's
like
cool. That's what's up.
uh, way more music, like because now I wasn't going to the studio three, 4 times in a week before because I didn't really have the funds to do so. But
Mm,
now it's just like I have something that can really work for me,
Hmm.
so I'm able to do that now. So hopefully, with that, with the volume of music I'm making, hopefully I got some more bangers on the way. We gotta see.
mm.
Yeah.
Not even hopefully. I mean, it's gonna happen, but you know what I'm saying? We just gotta see it.
Through your own perception, besides studio, what else could be cost effective for independent artists like yourself?
Just like the marketing aspect, like
Mm,
it's a lot of things you can do. Like I feel like it always come back to the money though. Like, but like I don't know. It's just like yo, that's what I really feel like it is. Like in
mm-hmm,
this game, like you have to put in the bread. Like you have to put
Hmm.
in the funds. Like if you don't, you can't. I mean, you could not, and you could still maybe go viral. But like that's such a lottery chance. Like if you really want, you know, consistent growth, and you need to be rolling out things consistently. And when it comes to rolling out things, there's only so many times you could do stuff that's just free. Like,
Hmm.
for instance, if I want somebody to just record a video for me, like that's gonna be like, it's gonna be
mm.
at
Yeah.
least, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, $300-400 at least.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
just like the marketing aspect, because I try to do my best, like when it comes to the posting stuff on TikTok. Like I'm a TikTok warrior. I be posting stuff on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok every day and through my Instagram and stuff like that. But I feel like I see the growth. But
Right.
it's so much more next steps I can do to really elevate that growth. But it's just like like right now I gotta just chill right now. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha.
Mm. So you're thinking the long term run.
Yeah, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like I mean, like if it happens, for sure, nobody really like you can't really like. There's so many artists nowadays like Lil like Fabi Foreign. He didn't blow up till like he was like 30.
Mm,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have Lil Durk. He didn't blow up till he was almost 30. So
mm,
it's just like there's a lot of artists that was in the game for a long time, and their artists, the same artist is like one of the biggest artists today.
mm-hmm.
So I can't expect just coming in the game just 5 months in or 6, 7 months in, and I'm gonna be at the top of the game. Like sometimes it just doesn't work like that. I mean, I'm realistic with myself.
Right. Do you feel others around you chasing or pursuing the same amount of dream think of that mindset when it comes to the quick success?
Well, like around me, you asking like around me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in your
Well,
crew.
yeah, well, I definitely, well, if I tell them every day, like you know what I'm saying, like every time we talk, it's about business. You know what I'm saying? Like, of
Mm-hmm.
course, like we might have a little personal stuff that we're gonna talk on too, but
Absolutely.
like mainly it's just like nowadays it's just like like if y'all not making money together, if y'all not doing something productive with each other, it's just like what's the point of even fake? To be honest, what's the point of even being friends? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I'm starting to learn. Like, we could be cool, but like, you got to be doing something. You got to be doing something for yourself, or we got to be doing something together.
Mm.
Especially like if I feel like I'm trying to like, you know what I'm saying, like elevate you, and you not trying to elevate, that's a problem. But I just try to drill my guys like pause every day, every day with the like with the motivation that they need,
Right.
and just the talks that we need just to grow. And it's just like if they taking that and they use it because it works for me. So I'm like, why don't y'all try and see if it works for y'all?
One thing that has to work for us, I have to say, we're on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. Myself, Preston, and my partner in crime from the Shaolin Dynasty, Mr. EZ BlueZ, is in the building. Melly G is with us. Melly, I know you said Long Island is not really
popping.
Well, I'm trying to think of a better word when it comes like just the music for the music scene. Easy knows this the best. He really does, because that's why he moved for a better opportunity for music.
Cover band land.
Yeah.
No, the problem, and look, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but I'm also not gonna just hate on things to hate on things.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive.
The problem is because Long Island is so big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a big scene. You have your Nassau, you have your Suffolk County, you've got, Queens, you've got all these other spots, right? So it's difficult to break in there. It's easier to take something like what you're doing in particular. There's a bigger market for it in the city. It's better to take that, because you can get into the city, to go into the city and do open mics in the city and different things like that, because you're going to get better exposure. They although they have some showcases and stuff like that has some hip hop on it and those different things on Long Island, they're very few and far between, and you have to know somebody and really, really know them to get on those shows. That being said, I actually know somebody I can get you on the shows. But we'll talk about that off air if you'd like.
And not for sure. And definitely Long Island, when it comes to like Long Island, like I'll tell you this, like Long Island, it has a certain genres, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like my type of music, like that's not the type of music that people really make over here. So that's why it's just like when I see it like that, like it's almost like you're trying to bring this new sound, you're trying to bring this new vibe. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sometimes it's just easier just to go where the vibe is already wanted. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it be. And I'm really from Queens anyways. But I lived in Valley Stream. I really, like I said before, I jack both places. But like you know what I'm saying? Like something like why not go to Queens? Like first of all, it's right there. Like I live on the border anyways. So
okay,
it's just
cool.
It's just like, why not go there? Like, it's just like, I would have to kind of go further. Like, me going, like, deep in Long Island would definitely be further than me going, like, to Queens. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, the Suffolk County and stuff like that, like, they have their own genre that they mess with. You know what I'm saying? Nassau, I know a couple people that try to do, y'all heard of drill.
Yeah,
so, like, drill artists and stuff like that. I know a couple of drill artists on Long Island, but it's really hard because even then, like, people want to, like, always like to fact check you. Like, they're gonna be like, you making drill music, but you from Long Island.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Like, Long Island gets that like they treat Long Island like a lot of people from Long Island is soft too. So it's just like people
meanwhile, they don't realize how many people come from Long Island. When they don't realize, without Long Island, there is no Busta Rhymes. Without Long Island, there is no Chuck D. Without Long Island, I mean, I can keep going.
Nah, yeah. I mean, even Lil Tecca in Long Island, he's popping. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely you definitely can make a lane for yourself. It just my lane might not be somebody else's lane, and I just felt like this is the lane that I want to take. I feel comfortable taking. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of just where I could market Long Island, but I just don't. I don't really mess with Long Island like that.
I understand.
Yeah.
With so much competition within that independent scene in New York, how do you separate yourself just from the whole competition?
It's how do I separate myself? That's a great question. I feel like just like my work ethic, like it definitely like I want it. Like you can tell I want it. Like people that they talk to me and stuff like that, they be like, yo, like that's kind of why I've been blessed to get a lot of connections that I've been getting, because people see, like, you know what I'm saying, they watch, like, and they look, like, they see, like, wow, Melly the G is doing this, wow, Melly the G is doing that. wow, Melly did G. So it's just like all those things, like it's just like it rubs off on people. Like he really want this, like. So it's just like I feel like my work ethic, like, and that's kind of something that I really like speaking truth of because I heard it from people already. So they see like I'm working, and like I show I'm working too. I don't hide it. You know what I'm saying? I'll post a snippet on my story. I post me in the studio and this day. I post. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually probably about to drop a visualizer for this next song. Probably by the time this cover come out, but you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I'm working, and that's what people love about me. Like I'm working, and I don't really care about the odds either. Like I go against the odds as well. So you know what I'm saying? I go all in because this is what I want to do.
Right.
You know a little bit about that, right?
I have no clue. No, I'm just kidding. When you know it, when it's in your blood, it's who you are. There's a difference between those that are trying to be artists and artists that actually are just trying to live in this world. Unfortunately, sir, I believe you're an artist trying to live in this world, and life's going to be hard for you. I suggest getting a podcast.
Now, don't be wrong. It's gonna be hard. Like I never said it was gonna be easy, but that's why you got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
You're saying all the right things. That's the thing that I love about you. And to pull back the curtain, we this was a reshoot. So we've had kind of like this interview before, and the one thing that I took from the last interview that we talked with you for was just how focused you were and how much you understood your place. You have such respect for the game itself. It is wonderful to see, especially when there's so many people that don't necessarily look at how the game is supposed to be played. I love you're investing enough in the marketing and you're pushing forward in that aspect. And what's beat selection like, and what is, for those producers that are sitting at home right now, what is in your beat production budget if they want to hit you?
So it's funny because like recently I have a lot of people that are DMing me, emailing me, hitting me up on this app, like trying to sell me a beat. And like, to be honest, I'll be trying to find the cheap. I ain't be trying to find the cheapest beat possible. Like honestly, if the beat is really fire, like it gotta be like absolute fire. I'll spend 80.
Okay.
But like realistically, I'm really only trying to spend like 30 to 50. Like, because like at the end of the day, a lot of beats don't strike me. Like only spent one beat that cost me that much. And that was Never Felt This Way. And that's because I really, really like the beat. Mm-hmm. And it paid off anyway. So that's why I just like I treat every beat, because I can know even this beat might be fire, I can know that I can get it for somebody, another beat that's fire, for like a less. So it's just like I'm not gonna overspend.
Well, hold on. Let me offer you a negotiation. I'm going to offer you a counterpoint in there. What you should start doing then is actually offering the beat makers points on the back end, in which you have the ability to be like, okay, let's do this as a co-written song. I'm going to give you $80 for the beat, but then it's a co-written song for that aspect of it. So every time it streams and different stuff like that, it'll show up on your resumes. It'll show up on their resume.
Yeah. That definitely probably would kind of like boost like the numbers. Right. That's true. I never really thought about that, but that's what I'm saying. Like
I got you. That's what we're here for, man.
Like,
take notes.
You grow. Like exactly. Like you learn, you grow. I'm definitely gonna keep that mentally noted. But I also do have a personal producer. I wouldn't say personal producer, because he may be for other people too. But I do have a connection to somebody that, like, if I want like a certain beat to be done, I know like he can probably do it for me, and I do rely on him a lot too. So I feel like I get it from him, or it's like three different places. I either gonna get it from him, which is my son Bristol. I'm gonna get it from YouTube. That's gonna be the second, and then 3. I'm like, if somebody sends me a beat personally, I'm gonna like. So if like somebody DMs me a beat, I'm always gonna listen to it. I might not respond, if I respond, that means I didn't really want nothing to do with it. But I'm always gonna listen to a beat that somebody sent me because I never know how fire that beat might be. And a lot of people, they actually be listening like to my music and trying to send me beats that they think I can swag out. So I always appreciate that. So yeah, that's probably like the three sources of, like, you know what I'm saying.
So I just want to tell all producers and stuff like that, continue to DM bomb him with beats and different things like that, because that's how you're gonna get that further exposure. Because I'm a huge fan of beat producers. I'm a huge guy. I feel like they really do make the rest of the song and give us the creative freedom necessary to paint whatever picture we need to paint, but we can't do it without their canvas. So I always like to make sure that they're taken care of and that everything is all done on that wonderful level. I like to sing their praises.
Nah, right. Shout out to them.
I'm not going to ask you the 5-year plan. I'm going to ask you the 2005 plan. What would you expect for you for next year?
2025. Yeah. Definitely probably a project. I definitely aim to release a project in 2025. I definitely probably just want to, like, it's kind of hard to say because I'm still processing this year. Like, this year not even done. Like, I still got some stuff this year that I got plans on doing. So I honestly didn't think too far other than I wanted to drop a project in 2025. I actually already started working towards that project.
Okay.
So we'll see how that starts going. I mean, like I said, I really want to perfect that. So if I might delay it, but I doubt I will. I'll probably get it done. Like, probably, like, yeah, we just gonna see on that. But for 2025, I really haven't really been thinking. I'm really just been thinking about the now. What can I do now? I kind of been taking things day by day. So hopefully next year it just get even better numbers, better sound, better knowledge, it's better everything, and just keep on growing because I know this year it was a huge year. So like I want to see what next year is going to bring.
Right. But without being consistent, there is going to be no growth there. So that's one of those things. What exactly does a project look like for you? Are we talking about a full length 18 track album? Are we talking about an EP? Are we talking about a consecutive thing of singles? Because right now, if we're being honest, in the music industry itself, not talking about the physical copies that people can purchase and all that kind of stuff, you're looking at it just streaming wise. It winds up being less expensive to release single after single after single after single after single every 3 or 4 months instead of releasing a project. But then you can take that and then you can release that as the 2025 project or the 2026 project. Those different ways to go about things. But if you have, like, say you want to do like a hip hop opera where you're telling a story from point A to point B and it needs to be in 3 or 4 parts, you can release that as an EP. What does a project for you look like? Is it a full length album?
Well, probably more like a EP. It could be an album, but more likely than not an EP. Definitely when I'm go to making a project, like I want all my projects to have a theme. And like you said, like it's almost like you telling stories in different parts. So it's like I just want to, like, whatever the theme is, I just want to make sure that I hit it on all angles. You know what I'm saying? And while I do that, I want to, like, be versatile with my sound on the album as well. So it's just like when you make, and then the features, there's definitely gonna be some features on it too. Everybody gotta be perfect. Like, it's not something that just like I'm just gonna slap a couple songs on the album because I didn't release them. I'm gonna make fresh material just for that album. And it might be one song. There might be one song that I might take that I like, but like it won't be like it will be a fresh, like, I made this just for this. You know what I'm saying? And with X's they come old, so it's just like stuff I feel like just didn't hit, or just didn't, it might be a little shorter. That's why I'm saying more likely an EP than an album. But like, yeah, definitely probably just an EP for sure.
That's another great bar, though. I really like that. but I would change it just a little bit to with X's comes, oh God, why did I do that?
But leads me to this question. What can we expect now from you? What is coming out soon that you have? Because 2024 is only about 3 or 4 weeks now. What do we have right now from you coming up?
So now, because right now I only have about like 5, 6 songs on Apple Music. Like I feel like my volume, because you trying to learn, you trying to figure out what's the best volume for you and stuff like that. At first, I was going on a more slower approach, but it just felt like when I be going on a slower approach, it feel like I'm like slacking, like not that like I'm trying to rush song after song after song, but like I know people want to hear my music. So it's just like, why not give it to them now? Like,
Right.
why not? Because that's the thing. Like, you see a lot of artists, like, there's not a lot of artists that just blow up off of one song. Like, I mean, there's some artists that do, but there's a lot of artists that they already dropped like a few albums before they blew up. They already like dropping songs then again, I don't want to oversaturate my audience, but definitely expect a couple more songs before the end of the year.
Okay.
I'll say like at least like two. At least two. Because we got like a month left. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's what's up.
At least two new tracks in the next month. That is a pace, man. That is a pace, and I love that you write every single day. We actually have a couple of friends that have Patreon accounts that write a song every day and put it up on their Patreon account, and that's how they help finance some of their stuff and different things. So that's something you could take a look at as well moving forward to help grow your brand and different things in those different type of directions. What is it like using social media to help promote your stuff? And
the following was very impressive.
Yeah.
Nah, thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely. Well, when it comes to Instagram, like that's my Instagram that I always had. So just like I always was a social guy, like you know what I'm saying. So it was just I had a lot of those followers, like probably like half of the followers I already had, like before I started the music, or like maybe like 3/4. But just like I love social media because I know like it can like so that's like the place where things just go. And it's just like I feel like when you put stuff on social media, you put it on the world to see. So it's just like you don't know, like you can post this post today and it can have like 10,000 10,000 plays by tomorrow, or 10,000 like likes tomorrow. And it's just like you gotta use social media because it's just like that's like the thing that a lot of people like use every day. So it's just like when they're following you like they can see it on their feed because they're gonna be on Instagram. So it's just like, yo, if all y'all like my music and all y'all follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like it just comes hand in hand. Like I'm gonna post on Instagram, you gonna see it. You just be scrolling down your feed one day and then you're gonna see, oh, like did you just drop the song? And then like you going like that's why I love social media because I feel like it taps me into the audience because there's no notification for real that you can just send out when you drop a song. So that's kind of like my notification. Like I posted on social media, like you seen it, go rush it, go play the song for me,
I do know on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. How fun was your show in Brooklyn, New York? Look like you had a great time.
Yeah, that show was so fun, especially because like a couple people definitely drove like so far to see me. So I just feel like it was like you had to put on a performance, and like I just felt like like I was just so like I just felt like so in the zone. Like I just knew like even before we even stepped in the building, like I just knew like it was gonna be lit. Like I knew what I was gonna do. I knew I was gonna be a star. And that's just what I aim to be. Like I want to show my personality sometimes too. Like especially like when I'm outside. Like I'm type chill. Like you know what I'm saying on like the regular. So it's just like anytime I bring out that side of me, like it's lit. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody lit. Cause like you know what I'm saying I'm chill. But when I put on a show, I want to put on a performance that people want to remember. That's like is like a major component of being an artist as well.
True. That's definitely true, and the consistency matters. There's a lot of videos I see with like 3,000 views. Some videos I see it with 5,000 views on here. Just going through your TikTok and just seeing the progress of you growing. Any other social media platforms you think you may like? Go for it. Like easy. What was that other one that you just joined? What, Blue Sky?
Blue Sky. I just joined. Blue Sky is a little different. Blue Sky is for the liberals that are sick and tired of
I gotcha.
the toxicity that is X, because apparently X is going to give you a disease.
Okay. Well,
yeah. I feel like.
What about Threads?
Threads works too.
We go with Threads,
which is also
okay.
like X, but Threads. You got to be a little bit careful with the content that you want to put out on there, though. It's got to be a lot more PG, more G friendly. That kind of aspect. I'm not sure about Blue Sky just yet.
Okay.
But I know TikTok is huge. If you can get through TikTok and break down your stuff and have your visuals, because then you can take that visual you just dropped 300-400 for and break it up into 15-second intervals. Then you take that and you put that on TikTok, but you put that every day, a 15-second interval of that song every day. Actually, I would change it to 30 seconds because 30 seconds is considered a stream. And so you can get paid for it as well. So I would try to change that to 30 seconds, but they have to make it all the way to the end of the 30 seconds. So it's got to be a visually stimulating, changing every 15 seconds type of aspect of it. That's just another way, a smart way to use marketing and to use social media to market.
Right. And like you guys were saying, the social media, it's such a big part of the game. I feel like it's only a couple social media, like you said, TikTok. TikTok is a huge way. Like, there's so many people that got the attention and the notice that they needed from me off of TikTok. I kind of just try to stay to the main ones, TikTok and Instagram. I don't really I never, and you know why I like X, because people we never use X. I probably use Facebook more than X. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even now, I feel like Facebook, only a certain people use Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody use Instagram. Everybody use TikTok. Right. So I just, I try to market myself on I feel like the ones that's the most valuable. Not saying that the ones is less valuable, but just more that's where I feel like I can get the fastest growth from.
And that's one of those things you have to look at. You have to negotiate exactly what you're going to put your time, because, look, our time is only but so limited. We only have but so many hours in the day. We only have but so much energy in which we can attack these things. And it's not like we're at the point in time where we can afford to pay people to, post blast our stuff or anything like that. We're doing this ourselves. So you've got to pick the ones you can do the best with. And once you conquer those, then you go out and find. And again, if you're I don't know, trying to figure out the right way to say this. If you're selling bouteille, then X is something that's going to be something that's going to work really well for you. If you got one of those OnlyFans, and then X is something that's going to work really well for you. But it's not necessarily going to work as well, for an artist like yourself or an artist like myself.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And that's why, and also with the growth comes more platforms too. But I feel like I've been doing a good job on TikTok, considering TikTok and Instagram, considering I just started doing this. I'm already starting to see the growth. And I feel like every time I post on one of those two platforms, especially with the music related too, they definitely gonna I see the stats go up. Every time I look, post. And when I'm not posting, the stats don't be as up as when I be posting. So that's why I be trying to make sure I stay consistent on those platforms.
Time is unfortunately running to a close, but Mel, any inspiring words you have for someone who wants to go to a similar path as yours?
Well, if a similar path like me, if you want to be an artist, I just say just be ready to put in that grit, put in that grind. There's a lot of artists out here that want the big light. So it's just if you want it too, then you gotta outwork him, and you gotta outwork all the thousands of other people. So don't be scared, but just know what it comes with.
Definitely. And these last couple minutes, please big up yourself, and please give everyone your social media information so they can look up you and listen to your great music. This time is yours.
Right. So if y'all didn't know yet, my name is Melly the G. That's DA, not THE. You can actually follow me on Instagram at mellyda.g. That's where I post most of my stuff. You can also follow me on TikTok at Real Melly the G. I'm gonna be dropping some songs very soon. It might be already be dropped by the time you hear this. So don't waste no time. Go check Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, any platform that you use, I'm on. So go ahead, you can search my name at Melly the G. You can even Google me. So definitely just go ahead and just vibe with me, man. I'm a vibe, like.
Dude, I love that. Google me. You heard me. I said Google me.
Melly, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Preston, Easy Blues, WNHH LP 103.5 FM, New Haven.
Wondering what to write about, trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just discount? I don't know.